You know, we live in a beautiful area. We are surrounded by fantastic scenery, in particular at this location, but just in the community in general. There are great opportunities for outdoor activities. We have wonderful municipalities with thriving downtowns, great places to go sit and eat and join your friends, like Ginger and Baker in town here. It's a wonderful place, but as Mr. Graham pointed out, there is crime happening here every day. There are, in the past couple of weeks, we've had drive-by shootings in Loveland. We had an attempted abduction of a young child here in Fort Collins. There are robberies, shootings, menacing cases. And happily, the vast majority of our citizens never get exposed to those. But the ones that do, they need a district attorney's office who can handle those important cases, who understands that law and is dedicated to those principles of protecting the community. And I, as your district attorney, I'll continue to do that. If you look at nationwide, over the last couple of years, the violent crime rate has declined, except in Colorado. In Colorado, over the last 3 years, it's been on the increase. And we need to do what we can to try and stop that. In Larimer County, we've done a good job keeping it somewhat steady, but we need to keep that on. We need to get that on the decline. And as your district attorney, I'll work to make that happen. Here recently, last year, I was able to bring together investigators and law enforcement officers from the Sheriff's Department, from Loveland Police Department, from Fort Collins Police Services, even Windsor sent officers over. And we formed a criminal impact team, the point of which was to bring all of these very dedicated officers and the intelligence that they had from each of their agencies, bring it together so we could collaborate and communicate and hopefully in a very efficient and effective way solve crimes and violent criminal acts that were negatively impacting our community. So we brought that group together. Dawn Downs out there, she was an incredible motivating force in bringing these people together. And the work that was able to be done when we brought all of these law enforcement agencies together was incredible. You know, one officer would mention something happened and there was a purple car there. And another officer from another city would say, you know, there's these criminals hanging out in this neighborhood. I've seen a car there, a purple car there lately. And they would start sharing information, and pretty soon a connection would be made, and an investigation would go forward. It was inspiring enough that we had people coming to join us from the Colorado Bureau of Investigations, people coming from Colorado Parole, deputies and officers coming from Weld County to participate in this group to help share information to solve violent crimes in their jurisdiction. And one of the first things they focused on was a group of individuals here in our jurisdiction that were involved in stealing a large number of weapons and distributing them in the criminal element of our community. We were seeing robberies, shootings, menacings, and an alarming number of juveniles ending up in possession of stolen weapons. So the criminal impact team focused on that. And in a short time, they were able to effectively and efficiently identify the people committing those crimes and build and put together prosecutable, strong cases. And we were able to take those people off the street, reducing those violent crimes and reducing the number of guns that were in the hands of juveniles. A direct impact by bringing those people together. And I'm committed to continuing to do that, to bring people together, to increase our collaboration and our communication and information sharing to protect this community.